Wait for a pullback before you go and put any money in snow. It's gonna happen. What is going on, guys? I hope you're having a fantastic day. Before we get into the quick and dirty and all the, crazy stuff that's going on in the market today, we got some big IPOs and all that stuff. I want to just remind you that we are doing a giveaway once we get to 250 subscribers for another Amazon gift card. We already hit our 100 subscriber giveaway limit there, and I'm so glad to do that for you guys. And thank you so much for all the support. All you got to do to be entered in to win is drop a sub, leave a like, and comment it up, and I freaking love it. So like I said, there was a bunch of stuff that happened in the market today. We're gonna get to all of it. Fear not. Probably the top thing on everybody's list is this Snowflake IPO. Now, this is crazy because, tons of people have been making videos about it on YouTube. You've got Warren Buffett come out and say, okay, I'm an initial investor and all that great stuff. I want to strongly caution you before you go and put a bunch of money into this. IPOs, it never fails. Every single IPO takes off right out of the gate and comes crashing down because you have people like Warren Buffett who are able to get in at the actual true IPO price. And for Snowflake, whatever you want to call it, the IPO price was $120, but it hit an intraday high of $319, guys. So that is almost 3 times the amount of Warren Buffett got in 3 times cheaper than that person who bought it at $319 did. And essentially, if we're on the outside, we need to sit here and wait until this pulls back. Right now, the highest valued from like a revenue and earnings perspective per share is Zoom right now, okay? And right now, the current valuation on Snowflake is about 3 times heavier than what Zoom is valued right now. So Zoom is definitely the winner right now. You need to sit there and wait for a pullback before you go and put any money in snow. It's gonna happen, and the levels just don't make sense to invest in right now. The Fed also came out with news that basically, no surprise, no shock or anything like that, they're not gonna touch interest rates until 2023, and they're gonna stay pretty much till to near zero, which is insane. Interest rates of what they are now is essentially like free money. I would challenge you, if you're looking to buy a home, move, refinance, anything like that, strongly consider doing it, because the amount of money you're going to save by taking your interest rate from 4, 5, even 6% all the way down to 3, 2, or sub 2 on a 30-year mortgage is so much money and so much time saved. You could pay your mortgage off so much faster. I would strongly encourage you guys to do that if you haven't thought about it. And I guess the good thing is you have a couple years to think about it if you're hesitant now, or you got some more saving to do before you buy a home. But definitely think about it doing before we get into the latter half of 2022, when the Fed probably starts thinking about raising rates again. And it wouldn't be a day if, a normal video if we didn't talk about Nikola Motors. So yesterday they came out after hours and basically said, well, Nikola didn't come out and say this. The Department of Justice came out and said that they are going to be investigating Nikola Motors and some of the claims that they have been making in the past. And are they misleading investors? So we're going to have to wait to see what the heck the Department of Justice comes out with, as well as the SEC, before this stock really decides what it wants to do, whether it wants to just tank to zero or skyrocket or whatever. But the stock did perform better than I thought today, basically. And this is strictly because I think GM came out and they said they're going to pretty much be the main competitor with Tesla when it comes to EVs and stuff like that. GM said that they are going to have a whole lineup of basically strictly EVs here in the near future. So I think that put a little bit of pressure on Tesla stock. I think Tesla had such a crazy rally the past few days. When you go from $350 to $450, there's going to be a little bit of a natural pullback and stuff like that. But definitely GM's announcement weighed on Tesla a little bit. But it also, I think, helped out Nikola and not be damaged as bad by the fact that you had the Department of Justice come out and say that we're investigating them, because right now Nikola is associated with General Motors. So really, it's hand in hand now. Anything good that happens with Nikola is probably going to see GM share price go up. Anything bad with Nikola is probably going to affect GM share price as well. So you've kind of seen those two shares moving in tandem a lot the past week with all the crazy news about investigation, partnerships, and all that good stuff. So I think like I've said before, my past few videos, I've been pretty adamant about saying I think that we've kind of found a short-term floor for Nikola stock until the SEC or Department of Justice basically come out with any news as to kind of what direction they want to take, as far as whether do they want to take Nikola to court, do they just want to fine them, or are they going to get off scot-free and what have you. So I think right now the short-term floor, I feel very comfortable that it's not going to breach below the $30 limit. And take it how you will, do your research, but not a ton moving on with the stock today, and I think that is one reason why. So one stock that is not getting the love that I thought it would be coming out of their announcements yesterday is Apple, right? Investors are really annoyed that they didn't announce a new iPhone. And I'm kind of flipping it back on all these investors and be like, what did you kind of expect, right? Supply chains and everything like that because of coronavirus have really affected pretty much every single company. And to me, for Apple to come out and not say that they're releasing an iPhone like right away and pushing it back a month or so, like to me, that's not a huge deal, right? iPhone sales are the core of Apple's business for right now, right? But where the future is going to go is they know that they have a solid base and the iPhone sales are never going to go anywhere. So I don't know why people are freaking out about this. The future for Apple is in their services and their wearable devices and all the connectivity and stuff that they can bring. So Apple yesterday in their September 15th, like Apple Watch and new devices release day, basically released all this crazy new like fitness stuff. They're partnering with Peloton and a bunch of companies, right, to where the Apple Watch in particular is so much more integrated and just like so much more powerful, and it's really pushing. Tim Cook has said in the past, right, they want to get more into healthcare. So I think the more Apple can get into services and healthcare and paid subscriptions and all stuff like this, that is really going to benefit Apple. And I mean, you can't just strictly rely on iPhone sales to bring in the majority of revenue and stuff like that. Like, that's a good foundation, but you have to be, if you're looking for a company to grow 10% year over year and stuff like that, you have to constantly be growing subscribers and innovating. And that's exactly what Apple did. So I don't know why investors are reacting the way they are, honestly, to the stock. I really like the value right now that it's at, because I think once they do come out with the 5G iPhone, and I mean, people are going to go nuts. I really don't understand. I'm going to be looking to buy more Apple here probably in the next few days or week or so. I mean, at these levels, you have a hard time not getting into Apple, especially when a lot of the other tech stocks are starting to pick back up and snowball that rally again. I mean, Tesla has almost shed all of its losses that you saw post split. So Apple has not got back to they're still down 15-20% from their 137 that they were at right after the split and the highs that they hit. So Apple definitely still has some room to run, and it's beaten down when the rest of the market is going up, so I like that very much. Last thing we need to know is Sony is coming out today with probably a price point and release date for the PlayStation 5. So all eyes are going to be on Sony. I do think there's going to be plenty of room to run on the stock once we get an announcement. They're going to have such a strong quarter with sales and everything like that, just given all the circumstances, pandemic, everything like that. I think they're going to do really, really well. So Sony, I am definitely watching closely. I'm curious to see some of the dates and things that they're going to be shooting out today. I think their event is at 4 Eastern. I'm not totally positive. But anyways, all eyes on Sony. And before we go, today in history, Gandhi begins fasting in protest of caste separation. Not totally sure what that is. I've seen a Gandhi movie back in like school, but don't totally remember it. So yeah, that happened today in history several years ago. So I hope you guys have a fantastic day. I will see you tomorrow.